Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my office. Here at the... That's a picture of Tyler Saint. I like that picture. So, I gotta tell you this story, and it's kind of funny. So I woke up, yesterday morning, and I heard this, like, thump, 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 and then the dog's running around, and there was barking, and there was growling, and there was laughing, and there was all this, like, noise, and, and I went out into the living room, and my parents were throwing dildos around off of the floor, and my dogs were playing fetch and then bringing them back, and they were, and all that kind of thing. And I thought that this was really strange because my parents are never awake before me. So that's that. But yeah, they were like throwing these things. See, here's the deal: is that my dog toys are all factory second dildos. That's what happens when you have a dildo factory in your backyard. Well, the other problem is, of course, the fact that I got the Atlantic Canadians around all the time. So therefore, I have to be really careful not to let my Atlantic Canadian accent come back, because nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear me the way I talk, because Lord, Thunder, and Jesus, you just don't know. There's 13 million people in this city. I don't know how you get around it all. I'm really going to regret doing that, aren't I? We're going to go back to my fake American accent now. Okay, so, dear Jason, I encountered a strange situation the other day. So a few weekends ago, I was visiting some college friends from out of town, and one of the guys offered to give him a ride. They drove around for a bit, and then he said, "Is there something you wanted to get off your chest?" And he said, "Actually, yeah, let me pull over here." So they pulled over, and then he was asking about, like, a female friend. Anyway, during this conversation, the writer of the letter says, "I came out to him in the car, and I asked him if he suspected that I was gay. He said he sort of wondered, and then he asked if I thought that he was. I told him I wasn't really sure, and he said he gets that a lot. And then he asked me if, and I quote, I would feel weird if we did stuff." I can see where this one's going. Basically, he told me he was straight, always was with girls, always wondered about guys. After a few minutes of talking, we kissed. We talked a little bit after that, and I asked if he wanted to do it again, and he responded that it was probably a one-time thing. Didn't want to make it awkward and push anything, so we just didn't do anything else, and then we drove home, and he dropped me off. My question is, do you think that a straight guy can really just try it out with a guy, and it can mean nothing? Yeah. Yeah, it happens all the time. Listen, you have to understand that as gay culture and as us homos, make ourselves better and more visible to the general public, our straight brothers are going to, start kind of wondering if... I'm trying to find a place here where the light is good enough that you can see me, and that I can just... Here we go. I'll just put this here. Cool, that means I can write off the coaster now. Anyway, yeah, absolutely. It happens all the time. Straight guys are going to have, like, the whole gay culture thing kind of floated out in front of them, and sometimes they're going to kind of wonder what it's going to be like. It's happened to me many times where a straight friend has kind of gone, "I trust you enough. What do you say we try it? I just want to know," and you do, and, sometimes they come back for more, and usually they don't, and it just kind of goes from there. Occasionally, one of those guys will eventually decide that, yeah, he is actually gay, and he'll come out, but it's rare. Usually, it's just a straight guy trying it once. My business is straight guys occasionally trying gay sex, and honestly, a lot of the guys that do gay for pay are really straight, but they wind up using porn as their experiment, and they'll do a few scenes with guys, and then they'll go, "No, not my thing," or they'll kind of go, "Yeah, occasionally, maybe, not something that's going to be a regular thing," and whatever. There's a lot of people, and, Buck Angel, like, threw this big fit on Twitter the other day, and good for him. I love Buck Angel. And he just said, look, sexuality is fluid. For some people that's true, for other people it's not. I'm not going to occasionally want to have sex with a girl to try it out, but some gay guys do, and it doesn't make them any less gay. So, there you go. Here's the problem, though. He then says, I would be interested in a relationship with this guy, if that's what happened. Yeah, put that out of your mind right now, because it's probably not going to happen. And if it does, then cool. But the last thing that you want is to start pursuing a relationship if you're both closeted from all of your friends and trying to carry on this relationship in front of all of your friends, because that's just a can of flesh-eating worms that you don't want to open up. And that's really the way that goes. Fuck, I'm going to be spending walking around. Alright, I don't know. I'm going to have to do something about this accent. Because this is going to be bad. Keep asking me questions, everybody.